Proverbs chapter 1 verse 7 states, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction." This verse sets a foundational theme for the entire book of Proverbs and is crucial for understanding the pursuit of wisdom and knowledge in life. It juxtaposes the attitudes of the wise and the foolish, providing a clear directive on the posture one should adopt in the quest for true understanding. The fear of the Lord is a phrase rich with meaning and implication. It does not refer to terror or dread, but rather to a reverential awe and deep respect for God's power, authority, and holiness. This fear is the proper starting point for acquiring knowledge because it places God at the center of one's quest for understanding, acknowledging Him as the ultimate source of all wisdom. This is not merely an emotional response, but a frame of mind that influences one's decisions and actions, recognizing God's overarching sovereignty over all creation. To fear the Lord is to acknowledge that His ways are higher than our ways and His thoughts than our thoughts. It is an admission of our limitations and a surrender to His infinite wisdom. This fear cultivates humility, a prerequisite for learning because it acknowledges one's need for God's guidance in all things. Without this foundational fear, any pursuit of knowledge is incomplete and skewed towards human arrogance and self-reliance. On the other hand, the verse speaks of fools who despise wisdom and instruction. In this context, a fool is not merely someone lacking intelligence, but someone who rejects the value of wisdom and the need for guidance. This attitude is marked by arrogance, a lack of respect for God, and an unwillingness to learn or be corrected. Fools are portrayed throughout Proverbs as individuals who are self-satisfied with their own opinions and resistant to advice that would steer them towards righteousness and truth. The contrast between the wise person who fears the Lord and the fool who despises wisdom and instruction underscores the choice each individual has in their approach to knowledge and life. Choosing to begin with the fear of the Lord leads to a journey of growing understanding and moral integrity. Ignoring this starting point leads to a misguided path that ultimately results in moral and spiritual folly. Understanding this principle is vital not only for personal development, but also for how we interact with the world around us. It affects how we handle relationships, make decisions, and face challenges. The fear of the Lord influences our values and priorities, steering us towards decisions that align with God's will and away from those that would lead us into error and sin. Moreover, this verse serves as a guide for parents, teachers, and leaders in the community. It highlights the importance of instilling a respect for God as the foundation for all learning. When children learn to fear the Lord, they are better equipped to grow in wisdom and make choices that are good and right. The same principle applies to all forms of leadership and influence. Leaders who fear the Lord inspire others to pursue wisdom and live according to God's ways. In a broader sense, Proverbs chapter 1 verse 7 challenges the cultural understanding of knowledge and education. In a society that often values knowledge for its own sake or for the power it can grant, this verse calls us back to the primary purpose of knowledge, to lead us into a deeper relationship with God and to equip us for living according to His purposes. It asserts that true knowledge begins not with human effort, but with a spiritual orientation towards God. Proverbs chapter 1 verse 7 is not merely an introduction to the book's themes, but a declaration of the fundamental attitude required for all who seek true wisdom. The fear of the Lord is the essential starting point for any genuine pursuit of knowledge because it aligns our understanding with divine truth. As we continue to explore Proverbs, keeping this principle in mind, will enable us to grasp more fully the rich teachings it offers on wisdom, living rightly, and knowing God more intimately. This approach to knowledge and wisdom is transformative, offering a pathway to a life that is both enriching and pleasing to God.